to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren out there teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to the scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, this is not a black only thing. You know, this is not a black only thing. Israelites have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We're going to come looking like all nations, all people, and all tongues, man. All right, and if you're constantly watching these videos and your spirit is knit with this gospel and with this truth, hey, then you're more than likely of the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Lord willing, of the elect. All right? All right, I think it's good now, man. Damn. So anyways, man, I had to start this video over like 3 times already, but, you know, I'll try to go back to where I was, you know. So Salakia, you know, if this video does play and it's seems like it's not making sense, I started this live stream 3 times, and each time I had no sound, no volume. Esau fucking with the thread, man. So brothers, let me know if you can hear me now, Lord willing, you know. Yeah, so brothers, you let me know if you can hear me now. I think it should be good now. All right, Khan, the water, man. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai to all you brothers that was trying to tune in, but you couldn't hear. Satan fucking with the feed, man. But anyways, like I was going into, you know, where did I stop off? I'll start over again, but I started at Romans, the 12th chapter, man. You know, dealing with, you know, us making our bodies a living sacrifice. Because, you know, you got a lot of brothers, well, not a lot of brothers, but you got individuals out here making excuse and, you know what I mean, wanting to put their sacrifice on hold to go back into the world and find jobs and get better opportunities. But, hey, man, hey, the best opportunity we have is serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And yes, serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai comes with a form of discipline, you know. Like I was saying earlier, you know, when you come into this truth, man, hey, you got to find the right balance in serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai and dealing with your daily affairs and your daily lives, man. You know, and part of being in this truth, it requires discipline. You got to be able to always, first and foremost, put time for Yahweh Shem Yahushai first, before your wife, your children, your job, your worldly affairs, you know what I mean? But you got to find the right balance into that, man. And now you got guys talking about he's going to take 4 months off to go and find a better job to try to make more money. Well, what the hell you want to make more money for? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying if you don't have a job opportunity or if you don't have an opportunity for a promotion or to get a better job, hey, that's all fine and dandy. But what you better do and make sure is that it doesn't interfere with your time and effort in serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai and feeding the flock and doing your videos, doing your shows, edifying and doing the work first and foremost of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see? And if you receive counsel from brothers that, look, man, you know what, that job opportunity you might have, I don't think it's a good look. And ultimately, you know within your heart if that new job is going to require you to have to put in way more hours, if it's going to require time that's going to take away from your studies, from doing the first love, man. And obviously, you're going to have to say, well, hey, that job opportunity is just not, hey, yeah, it's there, but obviously, it wouldn't be a good spiritual investment to make because it's going to take away from this, and it's going to, you know, it's going to take away from serving the Lord. It's going to put more time for you dealing with worldliness and with your job and with your work, man. You see, and that should be an easy decision to make. But then again, hey, you know, not all so-called brothers see it that way. And ultimately, if you see it that way, then you really got more of a worldly mentality, man. And you're really looking, trying to gain. And ultimately, you just want to be comfortable, man. And one thing brothers always say, when you're in this truth, man, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, man. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to understand that, look, the Most High is going to take care of us, man. The Lord knows everything that we need and what we don't need, man. But a lot of times, being in this flesh, sometimes the things that you think you want, you know, could really be something that could destroy you, something that could take you off the path, something that could be a distraction that could either be, you know, a detriment to your walk in this truth, man. So not all things that are, you know, not all job opportunities or a situation to get more money are beneficial. And really, a lot of it it's all a test. Everything is a test, man. You know, you might pray to the Lord, hey, Lord, well, I want a wife, or, you know, I want a woman in my life. Hey, you might think you want that, but hey, that woman that you think you might want or need, you know, could not necessarily be something that's beneficial for you in this truth or at this particular time. Because why? Everything that you invest in, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes, you know, it's going to eventually take away from something else that you already had going, man. And especially, you know, things in this world, especially worldly affairs and worldly matters, man. But it says here what, though? It says, Romans 12:1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. Right. And a sacrifice is, hey, when you sacrifice something for something else, hey, when you're sacrificing your time and your energy for this truth, it's going to take away from other things in your life that needed that time and that attention, man. It's the same when you come into this truth. Hey, when you're reading and you're studying, a lot of the times, if you got a wife and kids, a lot of the times your time is going to be taken away from being father of the year and doing all this extra shit that you could do with your wife and your children, because you're going to be investing in this truth. Like, for instance, right now I'm out here doing this work, right? You know, I could easily be, you know, doing something with my wife and my son. I could be out there throwing the ball. I could be out there, whatever the case might be. You know what I mean? But then again, that's this time that I have right now, and for Fridays is dedicated. Hey, it's the kingdom come for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and you can't compromise that, man. You see, but a lot of guys, you know, when they start getting confounded and start being in this world, and you know what I mean, losing sight of what's their first love and what's more important, this putting your time towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai can be more of a burden than you know, it could become a burden. You can start seeing, well, that time could be spent with making my marriage better, or making my wife happy, or putting in more time on the job so I can make more money, so I can be more comfortable. Yeah, those things could happen, but at the same time, man, you're taking away that sacrifice from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see, hey, you got a choice to make, man. Either you're gonna serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or you're going to serve this world. You're going to serve your own personal interests. You're going to serve trying to get that career position, that career job, get that diploma, get that degree, chase the bag, or whatever the case might be, man. You see, because that's one thing that you can't serve the Most High, you can't serve this world, man. Because why? You're going to hate one, or you're going to love the other, man. And a lot of guys are going to tend to end up loving this world and hating having to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And they're going to see this as a burden, and oh, I'm wasting my life, I'm wasting my time. You know what I mean? Here it is, I'm serving the Lord, putting in all this work, but my bank account ain't as fat as it used to be. I'm losing out on worldly opportunities and money and this and women and that and this, that, and the third. Well, hey, it comes with the territory, man. It comes with the territory, all right? And it says, present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to the Most High, you see? Acceptable to the Most High, man. And that's why I was reading last week, hey, when Yahushua comes back, man, we want to be found without spot and without blemish. We don't want to be found, you know, lacking, you know, not putting the Most High first and foremost, putting him at the head of all of our affairs, man. You see? And it says, which is your reasonable service, you see? And this is our reasonable service, man. I mean, look at what Yahushua sacrificed in order for us to have this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. For giving us the ability to see the truth and understand his word, man. Yahushua sacrificed a hell of a whole lot more than what the time and energy and the shit that we're sacrificing in this world to do this work. So why not pay it forward, man? And remember, at the end of the day, man, hey, this is not in vain, man. Hey, all this shit that you're sacrificing and you're losing in this world, matter of fact, let me get that in a minute. Let me get that right now. Shit. You know? But Jake is losing sight of what's most important, man. That's why the scriptures speak about you can't be caught up with the affairs of this life, man. Hey, because if you in that worldly state and you in that worldly mind frame, you might really feel that you're missing out on bullshit in this whack ass world. It ain't shit popping in Babylon the Great, man. Look, when I first came into the truth in 07, 08, hey, America was still kind of popping. The club scene was still jumping. You know, you could still go out and have fun, and it wasn't as effed up as it is now. Women was more approachable back then. Women wasn't as off the course as they are now. So it was still a little bit fun. But now this whole situation in Babylon the Great is done, man. Ain't shit popping out here. But this truth the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and Babylon being destroyed. That's what's popping, man. This truth, this gospel, ushering in the kingdom to come. That's what's popping, man. Not anything in this world, man. This place is through. But let me get that real quick. Yep, this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. It says, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others. So how are you going to be deemed a faithful man that can be able to teach others when you're going to take a whole 4 months off to go and train for a job and to get a better career situation, man? Hey, the flock got to eat, the sheep got to eat. Even if you had your own personal sheep or your own personal dog, man, you could not feed that dog or give him food and water for 4 weeks. That dog would drop dead, man. And it's the same with doing this work in the spiritual sense for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. We got to feed the flock, man. The scripture says we got to give this man no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, man. So don't none of us, starting from the elders and the apostles on down, have 4 weeks to just throw away and not teach this truth and not feed the flock, but go out and try to get a goddamn promotion or a better job situation, man. There's been plenty of brothers that got to do training for their job that might have to go to different states. You got a goddamn smartphone. You can easily pop that thing out and do a video, do a show. If you got to be at the training at 7 in the morning, well, nigga, wake up at 5:30 and do a video, do a video before you got to even get up and go to the job, man. You see? Because there ain't no excuse, man. And that's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gave us this technology. This is why he gave us these different tools to use to preach the gospel, man. You know? You can't make no excuse because you want a better job. And I got to train, brother. This job is just so hard. I got to train for 4 weeks and not do it. Nigga, if that job is that strenuous, you got to not teach or not do videos or have anything to do with the truth in your daily life for 4 weeks, then that job ain't worth it, man. If I was you, I'd advisedly not take that job. And that was the counsel the brothers gave this individual. But what did he do? He went out and sought counsel from somebody else because ultimately he just wanted to be told what he wanted to hear at the end of the day, man. And that's fine and dandy, man. Hey, it is what it is. If you want that job, hey, go get that shit. Goodbye, see ya. But hey, but don't be shocked when Yahweh Shem Yahushai visit your ass for that shit. Remember, man, we were brought with a price. Hey, when you came into this truth, matter of fact, let me get that after this. It says, thou therefore, let me finish this Timothy, 2 Timothy 2 and 3, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man. You see? Hey, if we claim to be soldiers in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then we got to be good soldiers. And guess what? Soldiers are under the orders and the commands of men over them, man. It's just as simple as that. A soldier don't give order, he take orders, man. And we got orders from the elders and the apostles. If you claim to be if you follow Great Millstone or there ain't no more affiliates, but hey, if they're telling you we got to do these videos, do these shows, be instant in season, out of season, follow the same example that they're leading, hey, you can't break protocol, man. You can't deviate from that, or you can't not take those orders. Otherwise, you'll be demoted, man. You'll be kicked out. You'll be excommunicated. And it's the same with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. I'm going to get that too, Lord willing. It says, endure hardness and part of that enduring hardness is, you know what I mean? Hey, not always being on the up and up, not always being comfortable, not always having sufficient money in your bank account, man. Not always, having, everything that's going on in your life is going good and perfect, man. But that's part of enduring. And what is to endure? It means to make hard, man. And it's too late in the game now to be trying to, here it is, right? we understand that hyperinflation, economic collapse is getting ready to happen at any goddamn moment. Hey, this whole world is about to go up in smokes and everything is about to go completely insane, but you worried about having a secure job. Here it is, having a secure job, being comfortable when at any moment this whole damn situation could be, Jacob's trouble could be here. You hear all this talk about the inflation, hyperinflation. You see the price of gold, the price of silver. You see the goddamn dollar is tanking each and every day, and you worried about trying to make more money in a system that's fucking getting ready to collapse and fall, man. Do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hey, seek the kingdom, and all these things shall be added unto you, man. You don't think the Lord knows what we need, man? Come on, bro. A lot of you guys are just getting weak, and your faith is wavering, and you trying to think you're going to secure you some type of comfort here in Babylon the Great, and it ain't gonna happen, man. Here it is. You don't do the work for 4 weeks, and then you land that good job, and then the whole goddamn economy collapses. So what the hell? You wasted 4 weeks of your time chasing vanity and bullshit, man. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Now, that don't mean we telling you don't, like I said, if you got a job, a promotion, or you got an opportunity to make better money, sure, go for it by all means, but it better not interfere with your ability to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And you got to be in the spirit to know that, if that job is a benefit or a hindrance, man. Hey, and at the end of the day, making more money ain't always a good thing. I can tell you that, because why? The more money you make, the more work you got to do. The more they're gonna want you on the job. Because I had a job opportunity at my job to get promoted, but guess what? They wanted me to. I had to be at the job all goddamn day, more time than what I really wanted to, man. And I was like, you know what? They ain't even worth it at the end of the day, because it wasn't too much of a pay raise. Yeah, it would have gave me more money, but it would have required me to have to be at the job more than I wanted to be, man. And that supervisor position that they wanted me to have, it was required that it was mandatory 10-hour days, but if they needed me to stay past my 10 hours, I had to stay, and it was unpaid. So at the end of the day, it was like, fuck that. You mean tell me, yeah, I make a little bit more money, but at the same time, I'm going to be required to have to spend more time at the job without getting paid just to have a salary? I was like, fuck that, it's cool, man. I'll stay where I'm at. They was like, oh, you sure? I'm like, yeah, because when I waited, it was like, you know what? That's just going to take more time away from this truth. You're going to be more tired. You're going to be more sleepy. You're going to be more stressed out because at my job, those supervisors be wore the fuck out, man. Especially when it's peak season, especially when they got to be there 14, 15 hours, 3 of those, 3-4 hours not getting paid, they be all stressed and bugged out. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm cool, man. Hey, how about Shem Yahushai got me right where I'm at? Hey, but things like that, they're all tests, man. It was a test to see if I would choose, to make more money, to be a little bit more comfortable. But, I mean, at what cost at the end of the day, man? It was at the cost of being more stressed out, having to spend more time at the job. You know what I mean? And it was going to take away from this gospel, from this truth, man. So fuck it, man. So it says 2 Timothy 2:4, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. You see? And that's what a lot of this worldliness really adds to your life is, the affairs of this life just cause more stress and more unnecessary bullshit, man. It says, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And what are we trying to do? Ultimately, is please Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Be found doing what he's required us to do. To be doing our videos, doing our shows, being out here in season and out of season. And sacrificing a lot of the worldly so-called benefits that we could gain if we sacrifice our time and energy towards the world, but we'd rather sacrifice that time and energy to Yahweh Shem Yahushai because it's a greater reward at the end of the day, man. Yep, it says, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. See, so that's what we're ultimately trying to do, please the Most High, man. All right, and yes, you are going to have to sacrifice certain things to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and it is what it is, man. It's no big deal. I mean, what are you really missing out on the world, man? What, to make a little bit more money? Yeah, that's cool and all, but fuck all that at the end of the day, man. Because of let me get that. What is the true money that counts, man? All right, this is Matthew chapter 6. And 19, it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. You see? Meaning what? Don't be out here trying to make it in this world, man. There ain't nothing to make in this world. Only thing you're going to make in this world is a fool of yourself, man. All right? You're going to make a fool of yourself. You're going to be chasing vanity, things that don't really matter at the end of the day. Things that don't matter in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see, hey, we're all in the business of pleasing the Lord, man. Not pleasing, ourselves and what we can gain from this bullshit, man. You see? It says, lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Right, so you can get this job, make all this extra money, you can be having money stored up, and then what? Your bank account can get hacked, or somebody can break into your house and find your safe and steal all of your money, man. And then what? All that shit was going to be for nothing. It was all in vain. You see? It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. And how are we laying up treasures in heaven? By doing this work, man. Making Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua our priority, the first and the last thing, man. And managing everything else that we got going on around doing the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. All right, like I said, when you come into this truth, you know, you got to be disciplined. You got to find the right balance for yourself, however it works for you to be able to do the work, to study, to read, to do your videos, do your shows, and then you take care of everything else you got going on, man. You know, yeah, you got to do certain things. Yeah, you got to, if you got a family, you got children, you do got to set aside some time to, you know, to do things with your wife, do things with your children. But hey, this always comes first, man. Like for instance, right? Like if I know if it's like a Sunday or something, or whatever day, or Saturday or Sunday or something, whatever. You know, I know, you know, the wife want to go somewhere, we got to go somewhere, you got to go grocery shopping, or maybe you just want to take your wife out somewhere, which if brothers got wives, you ain't a demon, if, you know, if you hold your wife's hand and you take her out on a date, or you take her out to eat or something, or whatever the case might be, or whatever y'all might do. Y'all might even go out of the state, you might go to a different state. But hey, if you are going out to a different state and y'all go and, you know, get a hotel or whatever, hey, you still going, if you're in this, you're still going to find time to do the work, man. All right, that whole time you might go out of the state or you might go do something, you're going to find time to do a video, do a show, do something. If you're really in this thing, if you're really on fire for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, hey, if y'all go out of state and you got something planned later that morning, wake up early and do a video. When you get back to the hotel, take about 20 minutes, do a video and do a show, man. There's always time to fit this truth in because there's always something going on, man. You know, like brothers, for instance, the brothers work, they got to go out of state sometimes. Hey, I guarantee you, when brothers in that hotel, when they got a little bit of downtime, when they're not working, they're doing a video, they're doing a show. Or they're listening to the word, they're listening to videos, listening to shows, listening to the Ideal Bible. You're doing, hey, every day, this truth is involved in your life in some shape, form, or fashion. All right? And it should be, you know? It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Meaning what? Your mind, man. And if your mind is in doing these videos, doing these shows, edifying, making your body as a living sacrifice, man, you're going to always find time to do the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. You know, hey, whether you're on a lunch break, whether you got a quick break, hey, man, there's always something that you can go into or something that you could do to edify. Like I said, the Lord has given us these tools of technology and smartphones and tablets and all type of shit where you can put something on wax, where you can always be doing something as far, doing something for this ministry, man. Doing videos and doing shows, man. And none of us afford 4 whole weeks to do nothing truth-wise, man. That's insane, man. And if you in that spirit and if you think that way, then, hey, you're not in the right spirit, man. And maybe you should just go on back into the world, man. Shit, you know? And that's why you got to continuously pray, man, that the Most High don't take his Holy Spirit from you, or don't take his holy names from out of your mouth, man. And to renew within you each and every day a right spirit and a right heart, man. And that the Lord don't, let me get, that's what I wanted. What was I thinking about? That's what I wanted. What was that I wanted? Yep, this is not Matthew, Philippians chapter 3, verse 7. It says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach, you see? So whatever little thing you might be able to gain in this world, whether it's more money, a better job, you know, some type of woman, or whatever the case might be, man. Hey, you got to be able to count those things as dung, especially if it's interfering with your ability to serve the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. And it's just that simple, man. Hey, that's the sacrifice we all got to make. That's just that's what comes with the job description, man. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna get that next. It says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things. You see. So sometimes you're gonna lose things for this ministry straight, for the truth's sake. But is it really something that you really lost? Not really, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's something that you lost here in this world, but a lot of Jake fail to realize that sometimes some of the things that you may lose in serving the Lord were things that you probably didn't even really need anyway, man. It might have seemed as if you lost it because, at that moment when you're thinking about it, you all effed up about it. But really, at the end of the day, man, hey, whatever the Lord cuts out of your life, consider it dead weight. Hey, a lot of times that come with women. A woman you might think you really digging and you like, hey, the Lord might have her just all of a sudden just lose interest and just fall off and just bounce from you. And you're going to be hurt. You're going to be like, man, what the hell happened? Oh, God, man, that's crazy, man. I was digging her. I was into her. What happened? Things seem to be going so well. But little do you know, in the grand scheme of things, she was really a hindrance unto you, man. Or she was going to show herself to be a hindrance, which is really the Most High doing you a solid, man. Well, like I said, of course, at the moment you're not thinking that way because you're thinking in the flesh. But just understand, man, hey, whatever the Lord cuts out of your life, more than likely, it was for a reason, man. It was for to keep you safe, to keep you from going down the wrong path, or making, or keeping you from who knows what, falling out of this truth, or whatever the case might be, man. And just like sometimes the Lord might bring certain situations to you as a test, man. Everything is a test. We're always being tested. We're being tested every day, man. And sometimes some of those things that might look like it could be good for you could be bad for you. And sometimes those things that might not look like a benefit could be a benefit, It's just, it is what it is, We just got to continue to keep faith and have faith that whatever the situation ends up being, hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was doing it for your best interest, man. It says, but yea, doubtless I count all things lost before the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushai my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. You see, and that's what it's about, man. We want to win. We want to be delivered. We want to be saved, man. We want to make sure that everything that we're doing is all for the hope of winning Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that we always make the right decision, choose the right choice, and be on the right, staying on the right track, man. And like I said, hey, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things going on here, man. And right now, we're living in a time of the end of this thing, man. We're living in a time of mass apostasy, bug outs, weirdos, doctrines of devils, brothers want to go back into the world. Our enemy getting ready to come in like a flood. Hey, now you're hearing about AI getting ready to. Hey, pretty soon we're all going to be unemployed, man. We're all going to be suffering on some point financially, maybe not having a job, or whatever the case might be, as we get closer and closer to the end of this thing, man. So, at least at the end of the day, man, you got to still make sure you're doing the will of the Most High, man. That we're constantly out here pushing and doing this truth, doing this work, feeding the sheep, and ultimately storing up our treasures in heaven with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. It says, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness. You see, because a lot of Jake are still in that tip of trying to establish their own righteousness. Oh, brother, if I can get this job, and if I can do this, if I can do that, man. You know what I mean? Because really, it's really coming from an I vanity standpoint, man. Hey, man, hey, wherever the Lord has you, oh, that's what I wanted. It says, and not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, the righteousness which is of the Most High by faith, man. You see? That's what I wanted. What was that? Damn it. I just thought of it. Damn it. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted. Yep, here we go. This is Matthew chapter 6. Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. And that's just the way it is, man. You can't serve two masters. You can't have one foot in this world and then have one foot in this truth, because you're going to choose one over the other, man. And if you're talking about going and getting a job and training for 4 weeks and not doing the work or doing videos or shows, we see what master you're eventually choosing, man. And that's just an example. Hey, this can be true on many different levels, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's still going to serve true. You cannot serve two masters, man. You can't be double-minded in this thing. You can't have one foot in the world and one foot in this truth, because one's going to win that tug-of-war battle at the end of the day, man. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. You see? So you can't serve the Most High in mammon. You can't serve the Most High and then be trying to go out and get this high-end paying six-figure job that's going to take your time and energy away from serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. It just don't work, man. It's just, it is what it is, man. Hey, this is why, again, we got to make our bodies that living sacrifice, man. We got to be those hard soldiers for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You see, and understand that this truth comes first no matter what, man. All right? Oh, that's what I wanted. Yep, here we go. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. I'll read it in the NLT first, see what it says. It says, don't you realize that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, whose lives in you and was given to you by the Most High? You do not belong to yourself, for the Most High brought you with a high price. Right, see? We've been brought by the shedding of the blood of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to be his servants, man. So we're not our own anymore, man. We wasn't given this truth and this word to just do whatever the hell that we want to do, to not be under order, to not be those good, faithful servants to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. We are not our own, man. Hey, before we came into this truth, you had the I ain't gonna say the free will, but you had the green light to do whatever the hell you wanted to do, man. To live however you wanted to live, eat whatever you wanted to eat, worship whatever you wanted to worship, man. Hey, but once Yahushua spilled that blood and we was called into this truth, we was brought with that price, man. Remember, we are not our own, man. All right, hey, we're slaves of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, to do his bidding, to do his work, to do what he called us out here to do, man. And that comes with a sacrifice. And we got to put our own self-interest to the back burner. Now, of course, when I say that, I mean, like, before we came into this truth, we all had something going on, man. We all had dreams. We all had admirations. We all had illusions of grandeur, so to speak, We all had our idea of what we was going to be in this world, man. Whether it was playing football, basketball, making music, being an actor, being a businessman, being a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever the case might be, man. Once we came into this truth, those things had to be put to the back burner, man. Those things had to be sacrificed, man. Those things had to go. And we had to come and step into this arena and do the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. It says, for the Most High brought you with a high price. So you must honor the Most High with your body, see? With our body, with our time and our energy. See? And that's what we've been brought for. To do the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. And that's why I was saying earlier, brothers got to pray every day that the Lord don't take his spirit from you, man. That the Lord don't put a reprobate spirit on you, or put a worldly, all of a sudden you want to go back into the world and make money, or be an MMA fighter, or I'm going to go back in the world and be a rapper. Fuck that. I always had it. You know what? Now's my time, or whatever the case might be, man. That's why you got to pray daily. Examine ourselves. Make sure that we're in the right spirit, that we're offering up the right sacrifices, man. And that we're putting our time and our energy and our discipline into this truth first and foremost. Hey, because times are scary, man. You see, you see Satan out here as a hungry lion devouring souls, man. Calling guys back into the world, putting this reprobate worldly spirit back on Jake, man. So you don't want to fall under that category. You don't want to be enticed by those demons, man. All of a sudden, you just sitting there one day talking about, yeah, man, you know what? Shit, I was a dope rapper back in the day. Shit, I do make dope beats, man. Shit, the fuck am I, man? I better get it. Why to get it? Okay, whatever, man. Hey, but those are spirits. Those are demons, man. And that can hop on any of us, man. But like I said, that's why prayer is so important. That's why self-examination is so important, man. And that's why ultimately, man, putting this work first and foremost is the most important thing that we can do, man. And understanding that, look, we've been brought with a price. We're not our own anymore, man. All right, and you got to keep that constantly on your mind. And like it says here in verse 20, 1 Corinthians 6:20, for you are brought with a price, therefore glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's, man. You see, so that's why it's always all glory, praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. And the best thing that we can do is continue to glorify the Lord by what? Doing these videos, doing these shows, man. You know what I mean? Making our bodies a living sacrifice, man. And ultimately, too, understanding that, look, there ain't nothing out here in this world for us, man. Here it is, right? You're gonna sell out to Esau for what? just to get some money that's eventually going to be worth nothing, to a dollar that's literally losing, devaluing, and value every single fucking day, man. What, to go buy a house and to buy that car you always wanted, only for it to be literally eviscerated with nuclear fire, man? You know, I mean, come on, man. But like I said, hey, the Lord will put those demons on you, man, to make it seem like that's where it's at. Or you about to get or you about to win doing that shit. No, the only victory is with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I just read that in Philippians. Even Paul said it, man. And we know Paul had a high, you know, he had a prominent background. He was highly respected amongst the scribes and the Pharisees, man. You know, he could have easily went the route of those sellout scribes and Pharisees and been living it up, man. But he said he counted all that shit done so that he could win Yahushua. And what I said earlier, like it said, he suffered the loss of all things, man. Hey, and some of us are going to lose here, man. You know, we are going to lose. We're going to lose here in the world for serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, but that ain't the end all be all. Let me get this. The hell? Yeah, yeah, let me get this. Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. It says, "Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all." You see that? Peter says, look at that word forsaken, man. They have forsaken all, and we've forsaken all, not in the sense that we just, you know, sold everything that we had and we had to become homeless, but we've forsaken what? Whatever it was that we was chasing in this world for the Lord, man. Like I was saying earlier, I gave the example before I came into the truth. I was about to go to Canada. I had the opportunity to go try out for one of these teams in Canada, man. Hey, and I was in tip-top shape. I'm pretty sure, hey, I probably would have got landed on one of those teams. I probably could have had an opportunity to make something happen, man. But it came down to me doing this truth and taking that flight to go out there and to do that tryout, man. And you know what I chose? I chose the Lord, man. And my mom was like, you sure you want to do that? I mean, you know, hey, I got you. We can fly you out. You can go do that. And I was just like, nah, hey, I'm a serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. And I pray and hope that, you know, that the Lord allows me to serve Him and not forsake Him and finish my path in this ministry until the very end, man. You know, and I don't have no problems looking back and saying, damn, man, I don't ever just sit back and be like, damn, man, if I had just went, who knows how good my life could have been. You know, hey, I don't think about that shit because I put it in the past, man. That's why scriptures speak about when you come into this truth, you got to mortify your members, man. Hey, you gotta put off this world. You gotta put off all of the worldly visions and the worldly ideas you have for yourself, man. Leave that shit in the past, man. Because why? The Lord got something far greater than some goddamn NFL contract or becoming an actor or whatever you want it to be in this world, man. The Lord got something far. The Lord's gonna give us eternal life, man. Rulership, dominion, righteousness, new bodies, man. Come on, man. It don't compare to what you could ever achieve in this world. Can never compare to what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has in store for those of us that love Him, and that's waiting on Him, man. But that's why Scripture says you got to endure hardness as a good soldier, man. Hey, you're gonna catch hell here. You're gonna feel down. You're gonna feel like you're depressed. You're gonna feel like things ain't always going your way, man. But at the end of the day, that's why you gotta look past America. You gotta look past Babylon the Great, man. This ain't the end all be all, man. Hey, and the Lord is speeding up the times. The Lord is making things happen, man. To where for us, we're on the up and up, man. Matter of fact, you know, it had me dying, but I praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because before I was coming here, when I was leaving my apartment, I'm reading a precept right now. When I was leaving my apartment, right, I saw an Edomite woman digging in the dumpster, man. Right before I pulled out of my apartment to come to camp, and I was like, hey, we on the up and up, man. Literally seeing Esau dumpster diving in her own kingdom. She a two-time loser, man. And I was literally on my way to camp to come out here and to preach this glorious gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. To put more money in my spiritual bank account and to, Lord willing, store for myself treasures in heaven that's going to be given to us in our kingdom, man. Shit. So hey, I was in good spirits, man. And still am in good spirits, and brothers. And even when you feel low in the spirit, even when you ain't got a lot of money in your bank account, even when you barely just getting by, man, glorify and praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because it could always be worse, man. Trust me, it could always be worse, man. Hey, the Lord could have just left you in the world as a reprobate 2/3, man. You know, hey, the Lord could have just left you out here in the world with no hope, thinking that Babylon the Great ain't never going down, and you out here chasing a bag that's depreciating every single day here in Babylon the Great, man. So to hell with that. Let me read your precept, bud. This is keep the faithful unto death. Ephesians 1:13. Oh, yep. It says, a shalom to you, brothers. Ephesians 1:13. In whom you also trusted after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation. Right. And this is what we have, literal gospel of our salvation, man. You see, and our salvation is not coming here in America. It's not coming. I don't care damn how much money you make in Babylon the Great, how much property you own, how much this world loves you and pats you on the back and women throw themselves at you, man. That is not salvation in a land where the money that's in your pocket don't even have your face on it, man. And at any time that Esau wants, he can come and just take everything that you have and make you desolate, make you a bum, and just totally just snatch everything that you ever had, man. It says, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, you were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise. Right. That's what I was saying earlier, man. You got to pray every day that the Lord allows you to finish your course in this ministry and in this truth until the very end, man. That the Lord don't put no reprobate spirit on you. That the Lord don't put a Genesis type of spirit on you, man. Or a spirit of the IUIC, or a spirit of Nate, or a spirit of an apostate, or in the spirit of a Jake that want to go back into the world and see what he can shake off of this whack ass tree of America, man. You know, pray and hope that you're sealed with the word of promise until the end, man. It says, which is the earnest of our inheritance until the redemption of the purchased possession, unto the praise of his glory. The water for that precept, bro. You know, and that's something that should be in the back of all of our minds, hoping that we are sealed into that day, man. That the Lord don't allow us to deviate or to go back into the world or become a reprobate or to do things that are just not, so, you know, that can find you to be blamed and spotted and defiled, man. All right, so the water for that precept, bro. And I want to get the word for forsaken, because I'm in Matthew 19. Let me go back. Matthew 19:27. And then the apostle Peter said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? You see? And like I said, we have forsaken all. Like I said, we've forsaken everything that we had going on in this world, man. Whatever path or trajectory that we was on before the Lord, you know, brought us into this truth. I want to get that word for forsaken. Oh, shit. And the word for forsaken in the Greek is aphiyemi. What? Aphiyemai. It says to send away, to send forth. Yeah, it says to send for, to let go, let alone to disregard, to leave, and not to discuss now. Like I was saying earlier, right? You know, once you come into this truth, hey, whatever you was doing in the world before you came in here, you don't even really talk about that. Yeah, you might bring it up if somebody asks you what you was doing before you came into this truth, but ultimately, it's not something that's constantly on your mind. That's something that you're not constantly just thinking about and dwelling about. Because why? Hey, that can cause stress. That can cause despair. That can cause you to lose hope and faith and feeling that you, what you gave up was more important than the road the Most High has you on, man. You see, you can't be reminiscent. That's why I said earlier, hey, when you come into this thing, you got to mortify this body and your love for this world and all that shit, man. Because hey, if it's constantly in the back of your mind, it can constantly be a hindrance. It can be a burden. It can be something that you might always find yourself thinking about and feeling that you lost something. Hey, and we ain't losing nothing that we gave up in this world, but this world's going to be destroyed, man. Everything that we have is in the world to come, man. Point blank, period. It says to disregard, to leave, not to discuss now. What up? It says, It says to go away, leaving something behind, to leave one by not taking him as a companion. It says to leave so that what is left may remain, leave remaining, abandon, leave destitute. See? And that's what we did, you know, we forsook all, man. But look at this, when you go to the root, oh shit, look, the same root as apo, the same root when you get Revelations 13 and 17. It says of separation of one part from the whole. It says any kind of separation of one thing from another by which the union or fellowship of the two is destroyed, man. And what was that union and fellowship that was destroyed when we followed Yahushua? Was us in this world, man. You know, that union was broken. Now, of course, where we use this world, we don't abuse it. Of course, you know, we do what we got to do at the end of the day, but that shit don't really matter. Brother got another one? Yep, this is at keep the faith unto death. Mark 10 and 21. Then Yahushua, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, one thing thou lackest. Go thy way, sell whatever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come and take up thy cross and follow me. You see? And that's what we did. But some guys, you know, when they're told to follow the Lord, hey, they start thinking about all the worldliness and the shit that they have in this world. Well, man, my wife might not like that, man. I might get divorced, or I got this fine job, man. That's, you know, I don't want my manager or my co-workers to see me out here doing this and saying this, man. And man, I could lose everything. I could blah 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 blah. You know, and you got a lot of Jake that come in that spirit, man. But at the end of the day, hey, you know, those type of things shouldn't even be on your mind, man. Hey, we're just here to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And let's say it happens that does happen, and you do lose that job. You think the Lord's not going to set you up to where you can find another job, man? To where that won't be a problem, to where that won't be an issue? You see, but it's all about faith, man. Throw out for that precept, bro. And it tells you in the rest of that scripture that the guy that Yahushua told that to, he was all sorrowful and sad because why? He had many possessions, man. He had a lot of things going on in this world, which shows you that in order for you to really follow after Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, like I'm reading here in Matthew 19, you got to forsake all, man. Like I said, of course, I don't mean you just gonna not work and just be out here a bum and musty and out here living on the streets, not having anything, but you forsake whatever worldly ambitions and whatever you had going on in this world, man. It totally gets canceled out, man. All right, back here in Matthew's. And Matthew 19, it says, and then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So Peter's saying, well, Lord, we forsaken all. What are we going to get? Because right now it seems like we ain't really getting nothing. But like I said earlier, the things that we're receiving are spiritual, man. Yeah, of course, you know, we have this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, which is beautiful. You know, the Lord is teaching us all type of spiritual, we're gaining all type of spiritual wisdom, knowledge, even carnal wisdom, knowledge, you know, how to, ultimately the things that are pleasing to the Most High, man, that's very valuable, man. That's things that can't be measured and, you know, you can't compare that to money and diamonds and rubies and jewels, man. You know, it says, and Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an 100-fold, man. So that means for one thing you lost, you're going to receive 100 of that, man. So if you lost a wife, or if you lost money, opportunities, hey, the Lord's going to give you that times 100, man. So what are we, so like I said, we're not really losing anything here in this world. Now, it might feel like that, you know, being in this flesh and looking at it from a carnal mind frame, but ultimately in the grand scheme of things, we ain't really losing nothing, man. Really, we're gaining everything that the Most High has prepared for us to gain. You see? But like I said, of course, you know, we're suffering as we're waiting for it, but at the same time, the Most High is not a man that he shall lie. Oh, let me get that. Yep. You see, so you know, we're not in the time of getting all worried and losing hope and losing faith and trying to jump back into this world, man. The hell with this world, man. There ain't shit going on there anyway, man. It's all temporary, it's all temporal, and it's all garbage any goddamn way, man. Yep, but this is Hebrews 11:6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. You see? Hey, and it takes faith. You got to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Like I said earlier, no matter what road or what situation He has you in, the Most High got your back, man. Like I said, here it is, right? If you lose a job, you got to have faith the Most High is going to make it to where you're going to be able to have another job, man. Hey, the Lord might have you unemployed for a certain amount of time, but He might set it up to where you might be able to get unemployment. Who knows? You might be able to do something on the side to keep you all right until the Lord has a better job presented for you, man. And there might be more money. Hey, you might be able to make more money having to spend less time on the job, man. But it's all about faith, man. The Lord will have you go through things to test your faith, to see if you truly believe, man. To see if you're going to waver, see if you're going to faint, see if you're going to lose hope, man. Try to go back into the world. Shit, you might even try to go back into the old nigga that you was. You probably used to do illegal things. You might try to tap back into that, man. Because, you know, your faith is weak and you believe, well, the Lord ain't working fast enough, man. I need to make some money, man. You know what I mean? Whatever the case might be, man. But here it is, the whole time the Lord had you all right. You was getting your daily bread. You had what you needed until the Lord set you up to be in a better position, man. It's all about our faith in the Most High, man. All right? And we got to trust at the end of the day that the Most High always has our best interests at heart, man. And remember, the scripture says the Lord's not going to put nothing on us that we can't handle, man. And you got to truly take that and believe that and roll in the spirit with that and trust and believe, man. You know, and stop worrying about things that are out of your control. Leave it in the hands of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Lord knows exactly what you have need of, man. What's that scripture where it says, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to take care of itself, man. You see, sufficient unto the day. All right? It says, but without, Hebrews 11:6, but without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is Yahweh. That's what His name. He is. He is to be. He exists, man. You got to believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. See? So if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, hey, the Lord got you covered, man. This is another thing you got to understand. It's not always going to be on your time, but the Lord's going to be there right on time, man. And of course, you know, I'm saying it's easier said than done. Of course, it's a little different when you're in that situation and, you know, you're going through particular things. But at the end of the day, it still requires our faith in the Most High, man. You know, and understanding that the Lord, He got us, man. He's going to keep us covered. Even in the scriptures say that even in the time of famine and drought, His servants are going to eat, man. How much more in something as far as, you know, you needing a job or something like that, man. Like I said, hey, the Lord knows what you need. That's why prayer is so important, you know. Got to stay on that, you know, stay on the up and up, man. And, oh, that's another thing, too. Let me get this one. And you got to be able to roll with the punches, man. You know, hey, because we all catch hell, man. We're all, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes things are all right, and sometimes things ain't all right, man. But at the end of the day, man, hey, you still got to praise Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua through both. I think Job said that to his wife. He said, should we praise the Most High only when we're doing good, man? You know, you can't just praise the Most High when you're on the up and up. You got to praise Him even sometimes when you're down, man. Hey, when you're down, pray at the Lord, put the Spirit on you to be able to stay focused and stay in the right spirit, even in that lower estate, man. See? Let me get this one. Yep. This is Ephesians chapter 4. Let me see something. Yep, this is Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. You see? I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me, man. You see? So we can do all things, man. The brother got another one. All right, this is Matthew 6:34. From keep the faith unto death. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof, and boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day might bring forth. Right. So you guys just be focus on, hey, take each and every day, man. Whatever situation you in, hey, it's a day in, day out situation, man. When you start thinking about, oh, 2 days, 5 days, next month, this road down the road, that's when evils can arise. That's when them demons can hop on you, man. And start making you feel that this ain't the truth and the Lord ain't with me and I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm that. Hey, and that happens to us all, man. But at the end of the day, man, you have to, like I said, at the end of the day, hey, remain faithful, man. Hey, take it a day at a time, man. And like I said, ultimately, put it in the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's why prayer is so important, man. Hey, wear the Most High ear out, man. Hey, hey, you got to pray to the Lord. I know I say this, sometimes it makes me feel weird, but it's the truth. Sometimes you got to pray to the Lord and be like, look, Lord, you said if I do your work, if I serve you, you'll take care of me. I know you got me. Look at brother up. I'm not saying it to be like an asshole, but hey, you got to pray to the Lord. You got to pray to the Lord, man. You got to say what it is. Hey, Lord knows what you need. Pray for those things, man. Like I said, hey, Lord, you said if I serve you, I do the work. You'll take care of me, Lord. Hey, I just pray that you, help me, guide me, give me the things that I need, not the things that I want. And that's what it is, man. A lot of Jake are out here searching for the things that they want, not the things that they need, man. And like I said earlier, sometimes the things that you might want could be a detriment to your life, man, to your walk in this truth, to your ability to serve Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So you got to be very careful with those things, man. And Paul just said it here the best. Philippians 4:12, I know how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Hamashiach who strengtheneth me, man. You see, and with a mind frame like that and with faith like that, man, hey, you're unstoppable, man. Like I said, we can't be worried about things that are out of our control. We can't be worried about things that are out of our hands, man. Remember, everything is in the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right, hey, the Lord's gonna have us exactly where we need to be, and also the Lord's gonna have you where you're not supposed to be, man. You just gotta continuously to trust the process and put your faith totally in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So I'm gonna close it there. I know brothers wasn't here earlier, but I had to restart the damn live like 3-4 times. It wouldn't let the audio go through, man. So it is what it is, man. Hey, Tawadi Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for clearing up these technical difficulties and allowing this lesson to go out. And Tawadi to you brothers that came on the live free, that put in the precept, and that just came to partake in the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So Lord willing, you were edified. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory. Well, let me face the east. Let me give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessing be multiplied on you brethren out there teaching his word on sincerity and truth. And brother had another precept. Yep, it says, Khan, glad the comment came back. The water, is a Khan. Yep, see me again. Lord willing, we'll be out here, brother. Shabbat Shalom. Hey, the water to you brothers for participating, man. Much love. And Lord willing, Lord have me out here next Friday to come out here and to preach this word in our truth and sincerity. Shalom.